And we are live. Let me refresh stream. I don't know how do you view my stream on YouTube. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Ah, there it is. Okay, it just took a second. Alright. Alright, I see everything. Everything is good. Welcome, welcome to this very nice,
Would you mind moving the heat thing to the top right, not the bottom right?
top right. Yep. Alright, cool. Let me just send this link to somebody.
I got it.
I sent it to Heather.
Oh, okay.
And I need this tab. I got the link directly to the stream. Let me edit the Streamlabs. Just need to do this.
Send announcements.
I'll move that to the top right. There we go. All right, everything's all set up. Welcome to this Saturday night. Oh, Saturday evening, Saturday night. This is quite different to my previous content in the past. I know I've streamed other things very, very differently. Welcome to HydroSim, the official simulator for H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Racing. H1 Unlimited is what currently running on the screen right now. We are in testing for the Saturday Night League, which should begin here in a couple of minutes. I am here with the race organizer and one of the competitors, Nate the Great.
Evening.
So, obviously, I don't know much about this field here. So, tell me what we're working with. Who are the drivers we got to watch out for?
Matt Palmer, that's about it. This man is good at pretty much everything you throw him in. K-boats, GPs, unlimited, 2.5, anything.
Well, he's not on the water right now, so you can't spectate him.
He is not on the water. He's in the U46. However, the person that is on the water that you might want to keep your eye on is Tyler Sams. He was cheated out of a Gold Cup, in my opinion, in the Saturday Night Hydroplane League, and is currently, I think, second or third in high points in D1. So he's got some speed. Another one to watch out for is kind of an underdog, but Deegan in the U23.
That is a beautiful boat, by the way.
It's a very beautiful boat. He did a very good job on this boat. Also my fellow teammate on NPR, so Matt, both Palmers, myself, and Deegan will all probably not race as teammates tonight in Valleyfield, but everyone, actually not everyone has our logo on the boat. But you'll know this on Deegan's boat and myself, our logo and the numbers on the tail of my boat, and then
I just watched somebody clobber a buoy. Yeah. Oh, don't hit a white buoy.
Another one to watch, pretty much just everyone. I mean, Valleyfield is very, very tight. It's very competitive. Lane 1 is definitely a place you probably don't want to be.
Yeah, let's talk about the track, because most tracks, like Lane 1 is obviously the place to be, but this isn't most tracks. It's a very tight, very short course, and I know you're doing a 7-lap final with what, 4-lap preliminaries?
Yes, 4-lap preliminaries.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be some endurance racing going on. Well, with that, it is 7:30 now, so we should probably start qualifying here soon. I will dismiss you to get the race event started, and I will wait for the first qualifier.
All right.
Actually, before you go, tell me who the first qualifier is. So I can...
We go in groups,
Okay.
so
Oh yeah, you all go at once.
you'll see in the chat who goes first. I got to do attendance and stuff first,
Okay.
and then
Let me
I'll
hide everything.
you
Oh,
just make sure to have the spreadsheet open. All the pages that will be open is who's here. All the ones that won't are the people that are not. Um,
okay.
Other than that, that's about it. All I got.
Alright. I will... I don't know. Hopefully I'll talk to you again later tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. All right. Thank you, Jeff.
No problem. So, set a couple of things up here. Alright, that should be everything set to go. Alright, now we are just waiting on qualifying, which should get going here in a second. A little bit about this sport, if you are not familiar with it. We do qualifying. Everyone will qualify. Oh, that is a beautiful paint pack there in Dan Palmer. I like that. It resembles the old 1980 paint pack. That's pretty cool. But anyway, as I was saying, we will do qualifying first. The fastest boats will earn the most points. I don't remember how much points it is for qualifying. First qualifier gets 100, and then the rest are 20 points below that, I believe. So second is 80, third is 60, and so on and so forth. We will run, I believe it is 3 preliminaries. Let me check something real quick. 3 preliminaries. Normally the preliminaries are 3 laps, but because the course is so short, we will be running 4 preliminaries, and the final will be 7 laps. The final will be the top 6 boats. There will be a consi, so the top 5 boats in points for the day will be in the final. Anybody else will get to race in the consi to get into the final. I believe that's how that works. If it is not, I apologize. This is my first time commentating the sport. I've been watching this sport my whole life. I've known about it my whole life. I've done some casual racing here and there. Oh, that is a beautiful shot right there. Let's go from... Oh, that's nice. I think I like the chopper view better. Or the blimp. Chopper view looks pretty good. And there's the fountain you can see. Valley Field. And obviously, since this is a game, it is a simulator, there are going to be things that happen, glitches and stuff. It's not perfect, but... As I see another buoy taken out. But it's here, and it'll work. It is a very tight course, as you guys can see. There's not a lot of space out there. That is a beautiful Miss Madison there. Deegan's got a very nice boat. Tyler Sams, I like the boat, but not my personal cup of tea. I like that paint pack. Sorry, sending messages. This is a lot to deal with. I haven't streamed in a hot minute, so I don't know how this is going to go. Oh, jeez. I apologize about the tabbing in and out. We're still in practice. Qualifying has not started yet. Try and keep an eye on everything for you guys. Now look at this boat. Eddie. Oh, here, I gotta look at my announcer sheet for that one. Eddie Levitt. Okay. Okay, so that did not appear on my Streamlabs. I wish it did. Hello! Alright. What I'm actually going to do is minimize this. Why do I not see the chats anymore? Hey, why can I not see chat? Heather, could you say something in chat again? I don't know if the chat's working properly. See, are we still on practice? We are still on practice. Oh, the chat appears again now. That's strange. I can see it on here. Okay, I shouldn't need that then. Yeah, okay, cool. I can use that instead. Right. Oh, it appears qualifying is on the clock, so we are going to watch Dan Palmer as he goes out. We got 3 laps for qualifying. The fastest qualifier, I believe, will get the first lane pick. And on the second flight, it will be the... Oh, what am I trying to say? It will be reversed qualifying, so the slowest boat, per se, will be in lane 1, or will get first lane choice. Then the third preliminary heat will be choice based on the best points for the day. Let's see. Let's watch Dan Palmer make a first lap, because I quite like that boat. Dan Palmer's coming around. What turn is that? I believe that is the second turn, so he's going to be coming across the start-finish line here soon. Or am I... I'm lost on the course. He's going down the back section. Now he's coming down the front stretch. And he will lay down his first lap. Now let's watch some of the times of these races. Right now it looks like Dan Palmer is in second. S. Halley will be our first place qualifier as it stands. Let's look at some times here. Times are... Alright, not obviously a lot slower than what you might expect. These boats can run at about 200 miles an hour, but the problem is this course is so short, they cannot build up a lot of speed. So with that being said, we're watching the top qualifier right now run a very tight course, a very good course. As he crosses the line, he is still in first, and he is done with qualifying. Let's see. Dan Palmer coming around the final turn. Oh, very nice. Very nice boat ride. As you can see there, and Dan Palmer being done. Eddie Levitt coming around with the beautiful Crown Royal boat. That is U10 or Crown Apple on my bad. That is a beautiful boat right there. Qualifying 5th. Third place, Tyler Sams. Oh, he's still got one more lap to go. He could potentially make top qualifier if he really flies the boat and plays his cards right. A lot of saltwater scoops here, but some people like that as the aesthetic. Has no balancing advantages in this game. Payne West Insurance. Whoa! He flew it. He flew it quite a lot. U-46. Tyler Sams now the top qualifier. Yeah, wow. Less than a mile an hour. Matt Palmer. Why can I not? Oh, another flyer there. I am live, okay. I will as soon as he's on the water there, Nate. Seahawks? Eddie Levitt, Deegan. Yep, they're all done with qualifying. Nate has yet to go out on the water. Matt Palmer is not yet on the water. We have nobody on the water. Right now, it would appear. Let's see. Alright, so we are waiting. That was the first flight of qualifying. We'll see how the second flight goes. So far, the time to beat is Tyler Sams, U21, Payne West Insurance, 2019, of 121.068. That seems to be a pretty respectable time on this track. I have not raced on this track, so I don't know what the respectable times are. Yeah, we'll get going pretty soon here in Q2. Let's see. Also, welcome, Seahawk Nate. I like that username. Matt Palmer. I have been told from the host that Matt Palmer is the man to watch today, so we will keep an eye on him once Q2 goes out, which should be here shortly. That boat is a very nice boat. Also, one of the glow boats. Synergy, Madison, Payne Pack, Kraken. All very beautiful boats. I like the no, personally, the cowling configuration is no scoop and no cowling fin. I like the most. I think they look sleek. Should just, oh, I realized something. There we go. I just realized on the stream the whole time it said the Heat 1A, but this is not Heat 1A. I can assure you that much. We'll just keep waiting around for something to happen. 6 viewers. Don't be afraid to say hello if you've joined the stream. I only bite a little. Thank you for the new subscription, Beefcake. Much appreciated. Even though I don't really stream here anymore or do anything with this. Hey, I might get back into streaming here. I'm unsure. I need to turn my level lamps off. It's getting hot in this room. Alright, looks like second flight of qualifying is going out on the water. We are going to watch Matt Palmer. This, I have been told, is the man to beat. So we'll see if he can qualify better than a 121. A U-46 Superflow. A very vibrant boat, very easy to see on the water. So if you hit it, it's your fault. That is very bright. I don't even know what color that would be. It's like a highlighter pink almost. Like it's like a cross between a hot pink and a red. As you can see, going by, starting his time now. Right in front of the stands, right along the road. Going into the first turn. Really rubbing those buoys and then fading out to maximize as much speed as he can. He goes down the back straight and takes a nice turn. Get really close to the shore over there. Comes screaming around that turn. We'll see what his first lap yields. Will he jump straight to first? Yes, he does. Now, Nate the Great is over here making another run. This is also the race organizer. He is running a second with, let's see here, a better than a 121. Matt Palmer with a 124. That is quite fast, quite quick on a track like this. Normally on bigger tracks you'd see around 160s, 170s, but with this track being so small and so tight, you can't build up a whole lot of speed. It's gonna be, this race is gonna be won or lost all in the turns. There isn't enough time to catch anybody on the straights, I don't believe, unless you are really flying the heck out of that thing. Candy pink. As I've just been informed, this boat is colored candy pink. The Superflow U-46. And we got Dan over here with his Synergy Racing. The U-673, as you can see there in the top left. Running fourth in qualifying for a rookie. That's not too bad. I mean, he's beaten me pretty bad before. But I am also a rookie. And qualifying, that is the second flight of qualifying concluded. Let's look at the times here. Wow, look at that. Here, I will have to pull up my spreadsheet for this one. And we got, wow. So it'll be updated right now, but as you know, our first place qualifier just got bumped down here. Formerly, our first place qualifier was Tyler Sams, running a 121.068. Now we have even better qualifying times. This will be updated here, and I will be able to see it on my other monitor, and I'll get you the stats in just a minute. Got 9 viewers. This is the most viewers I've had on any stream. Huh. Oh, jeez. I'm so lonely. 124. Q2 and Q1 will be updated. Watch as the... No pressure. Hey, I'm just here to have fun, as are the rest of us. Alright, so the official qualifying times. We have first place being the U-46 Superflow, Matt Palmer, at a 124.125. Second place will be Nate... Oh, I gotta remember how to say his last name. I can never remember. I'm very forgetful. Tessman. Okay. I do apologize for that. Nate Tessman, second place, 121.282. And third place qualifier will be a 121.068. Fourth place qualifier will be the U6, Miss Madison. Oh, we have... It's still practice, okay. Is this practice? Ah, yes. Practice session to put in points. So, as I was saying, fourth place qualifier, U6, Miss Madison 2000, Sean Haley, 120.344. Fifth place qualifier, U25, Payne Peck 1981, Dan Palmer, at a 119.766. And, where am I? Sixth place qualifier, U23, Celsius, Deegan, 118.025. Seventh place qualifier, U27, Kraken, Xander Sanchez, 115.774. Eighth place qualifier, U10, Crown Apple, Eddie Livet, 114.668. And finally, ninth place qualifier, U673, Synergy Racing, Dan Stackpool, 113.413, and that rounds out our field here on this Saturday night for the qualifiers. I believe the heats are chosen at random, so we will see here in a few minutes what is going on. Right now we just got some testing on the water. I will bump it to this camera. I like this camera. As you see, the drivers out there practicing, testing setups after qualifying, see what works, see what doesn't. This course isn't a very well-raced course, I'll say that, even though these drivers are, a lot of these drivers are very experienced. They will be having some challenges, I foresee some challenges. Some buoys have already been hit throughout practicing sessions. Nothing was hit during qualifying rounds, so we will see who is here and who is not. Well, of course we'll see that. Palmer just running practice. Now ignore up here their position. That's their fastest times based on the practicing session, but right now we are watching the top qualifier. Oh, looks like he just hooked on someone's wake and snuck inside the course there. All part of a racing incident there. As somebody who's likes driving on the inside lane, that wake can be nasty in there. Make your boat do all kinds of weird stuff. We won't see as high speeds as normally we would here. But as you can see, we will see a lot of racing, and I see a lot of competitive and close racing. I feel like will be done today. Whoa! Whoa! You see Dan Palmer nearly flying the boat out of the water. Oh, my bad. That wasn't Dan Palmer. Excuse me, Tyler Sams. Nearly flying the boat out of the water. He's done that a couple of times, so I'm curious to see if he's going to keep flying the... Yep, there he goes. He's still flying that boat. I'm curious to see if he's going to fly it like that during the heat races. As that is not the first time that has happened where he's nearly blown over while trying to fly his boat. Oh, and there he goes! Practice session, we have a blowover. Looks like he landed right side up. No damage, no injury to drivers, obviously. He will get started up and spooled up. Whoa, that was a very close encounter. As he tries to get it fired back up and moving again so people can see him better. Yep, there he goes. He's going to get it back up on plane. and keep running the practice session until the heats start. Xander Sanchez running his U27 Kraken. It's crack-a-lackin'. We got Deegan running. What is Deegan running? U23 Celsius. I believe that is an energy drink? I'm not entirely sure. And obviously the Miss Madison, based off the boat owned by Madison, Indiana. Community owned, but now only races in Madison, Indiana, unfortunately. Running around is U10, Crown Apple. Xander Sanchez, Matt Palmer, there's your top qualifier right there. Whoa! Xander rocking that boat like crazy. He's running through some wake. This is a good practice for our drivers, practicing running through all this wake. This is the most boats you'll probably see on the course all night, but this is just practice. What happens here doesn't really matter and will not affect points. Now, pre-race testing, so to speak. I'm a little disappointed there are no piston engine boats here, but can't blame them. The pistons have been phased out for a reason. Otherwise, they'd still be used. Let's watch Tyler Sams go around the course. Let's see if he's going to continue flying that boat here. Now, he's obviously had issues getting a little too light here and there, and even blowing it over once. But, oh, there he goes again. He's really flying that boat. Trying to pack as much air under it as possible. The more you touch the water, the slower the boat's going to go. But obviously it's so rough out there with so many boats on the water. There's Eddie Levitt next to the top qualifier. And yes, I know it says the Friday Night Hydro League, and it is Saturday night. That is because the race organizer made a mistake. Oh, we got a little bit of a washdown going on there. Whoa! What is going on there? Xander and it looks like Eddie Levitt getting caught up in something there. Trying to run each other. Oh, he's running through the rooster tail. Oh. Running all over the place, Xander. Sure hope he doesn't race. Excuse me. Sure hope he doesn't race like that. Wow, that was quite the hop there. Making the inside lane. Dan Palmer. Oh, there's a buoy hit by, I presume, Xander as he goes down and returns to the dock. Deegan running around the course in the Celsius. That gold Crown Apple boat is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I apologize for the yawning. It's been a long day. Wow, that was really close to the shore there by Tyler Sams. Getting pretty close. Looks like Eddie Levitt was unhooked and had to slow up to keep from going inside that rooster tail. Just gotta make sure I don't miss anything in chat on the game or anything in chat on my streams as we wait for points to be updated and the races to start. I'm getting official word. It looks like we will be running 3 flights of 3. So 3 boats per heat. Looks like our heat 1A will be, let's see here. We got heat 1A. In lane number 1 we will have Nate Tessman. Lane number 2 will be Sean Haley. And lane number 3 will be Dan Palmer. In that order, we are running assigned lanes, no fighting. Oh, excuse me. No fighting for lanes here, as people are returning to the dock. Heat 1A should be starting here soon. I really hope I can see the clock from this F1 menu. As we watch Sean Haley fly that boat, really fly it. And Miss Madison is a beautiful boat. Yellow is my favorite color, so I'm a little biased on that one. But I think the Crown Apple has a much better yellow. Crown Apple driven by, I believe that is Eddie Levitt. Or Leavitt. I'll say Levitt. Leave it! Sorry, getting distracted. It appears everyone is running smooth, running clean. Yeah, there it is, that beautifully golden apple boat. That is a beautiful boat. It's awfully quiet there in chat. Nobody talking. I get most of the viewers are probably currently on the water. Oh, we have an upside down boat. Looks like outside the course and on the dock. No longer off the course. Let's go to our blimp here. And watch from bird's eye view. Oh, we got Sean Haley parking it next to the dock. And we have Eddie Levitt. Looks like he is slowing down to park it at the dock. Which I believe he is. Yes, he is. He is slowing it down, trying to make it to the dock. Nice, easy parking job. Is he going to try and fit in there? No, he's just going to park it there. Let's see. And finally, Deegan is coming in a little hot, but manages to slow it down just in time. Looks like everyone is off the water. Yep, everyone off the water. We should be getting started here soon. Again, the first heat will be Nate Tessman in lane 1. Sean Haley in lane 2 and Dan Palmer in lane 3. Those boats are, the lane 1 boat will be the U96 Toast Crunch. Lane number 2 will be the U6 Miss Madison. And lane number 3 will be the Pain Pack 1981. Very interesting field. We'll see how this all plays out. Looks like everybody's on the dock waiting. Hopefully we will get racing here soon. First place, as most of you know, is 400 points. Second place will be 300. Oh, excuse me. Third place will be 225. Fourth, 169. Actually, we will be only going up to third. Run 3 flights of 3. So we have Heat 1A. Start in a moment. Let's talk about some of these boats. Oh. That was a very nice view of leaves. That is a good angle. Yeah, that gets all the boats in frame right there. The boats and the cranes. Cranes that are never used, and the docks that are kind of used. Only some boats have trailers, which is fine. Alright, looks like Heat 1A will be starting soon, so let me update my stream. Oh, it is at night. Heat 1A is on the clock. 4 minutes on the clock. We will see. Oh. It was not supposed to be at night. Alright. We're on the clock. Boats are hopping in the water. You are looking at Nate Tessman in the U96 Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Next to him is Dan Palmer and the U25 Pain Pack 1981. And then we have... I can't spectate the other. Sean Haley and the U6 Miss Madison 2000 as they all go out on the course. Remember, this isn't fight for lanes. The lanes have already been assigned. So we will not see a race before the race. We will see them cruise around as they get lined up here in position for where they want to be for the start. Now, Nate is known to crawl and then park it at the entrance pin of turn 2 and just wait with his timing marks. We'll see if that will be the strategy he does. As for the others, I have no idea how they're going to start. I personally usually like to run 1 or 2 hot laps to make sure I get a better feel of the boat, and that looks like what going to be Sean Haley is going to be doing. It looks like Dan Palmer is going to slow up with Nate. As they are cruising around the course, getting their marks. Looks like Nate will be slowing down. And I bet you he is at or close to the entrance pin. Yep, there it is. Entrance pin of turn 2 as Sean Haley goes by. We'll run and mark. We're at under 2 minutes now. 2 minutes to get this racing started. It's exciting. I'll run over the fly cameras as they all start to line up very similarly. See, oh wow, we get some lag here, but that's bound to happen. Latency issues. Now Nate, remember, is your second place qualifier, so right now he is the boat to beat, and the next heat he will have an outside lane most likely, because of his reverse qualifying as Dan Palmer slows up with Nate, and Sean Haley slows way down. looks like he is going to be making another lap, it looks like. Yep, he's going around again. He's going to have to go around one more time. Oh, too far forward. As Dan Palmer slows up, and Nate is also going to go around one more time. It appears. Is Dan going to try and make it in this lap? Sean Haley looks to be off the pace as he tries to catch up with the others. Nate Tessman is not running full out. Looks like he's going to give it a little bit of a squirt to get his timing marks down. And I think he's going to try and hit this start flying at full speed. Dan Palmer is crawling. Dan's stopping now. Oh, he's getting back up. He's going to give it a squirt too. Is he going to make a run for the start from there, though, is the question. I think he is. Looks like he is. We are in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it looks like it's a perfect start. In fact, all the boats were pretty late. Looks like Nate Tessman is on the inside running second place. Oh, it's getting pretty tight in there. Stuck in the hallway there with Sean Haley, but it looks like coming off the turn, it's going to be Nate on the inside lane, but Dan Palmer on the outside is going to have some speed there. Let's see if he can challenge that. It looks like he cannot inside. Oh! Sean Haley slid out a little bit into a rooster tail there as they really, it looks like they're slowing down, but that's just how tight these turns are. Nate's still running in first place, it looks like, but oh, Dan Palmer is going to challenge that position. I have a feeling he's going to be challenging that position the entire race. Oh, maybe not. He's dropped back down to third. And coming up now is Sean Haley to challenge our leader. We'll see. Will we have a lead change? Not quite. It's running tight, though. Oh, it looks like we have our new leader, Sean Haley, as Nate slows up a little bit. Not sure what happened there. I think he's just getting bogged down in lane one, run a little too fast as Sean Haley starts to run away with it a little bit. And that beautiful yellow Miss Madison, but he's still got to worry about Nate. Still got to give him plenty of room there on the inside. He cannot move over. He might actually have just enough room to move over, but he's going to hold Nate in real tight. Nate makes a hell of a turn there and catches up nearly deck to deck as both drivers give it their all and try and make it to that turn first. The driver ahead gets to dictate the racing line, and wow! I swear you could reach out and give the other driver a high five as Nate takes over the first place. We're running on the last lap now. I believe this is the final turn right here. So Nate hits a buoy on the final turn. That gives Haley the lead. I believe they're doing lap penalties. And Nate just drops from first to third. Dan Palmer will come home with second. And Nate is third. That was quite the race. I was hoping for a little bit more, but actually no, I wasn't. That was a good race. Side-by-side racing. That's about the best Unlimited Hydroplane racing gets. As we watch Dan Palmer come back into the pits. Nice and easy. Is he actually going to park it in between the docks? Oh, no. Alright. That was quite the race there. Very unfortunate what happened to Nate in that final turn, and that's got to happen. So, let us talk with the winner here. Mr. Sean Haley, let me pull him up in Discord. I'm assuming this is you. Are you the heat winner?
Yes, I am.
That was quite the boat race there. I was watching that. It was pretty much deck to deck the whole time. And then I saw Nate clip that buoy, and he must have just pulled his foot because he knew it was over on that one. Did you think you were going to end up being the heat winner there?
gotta say, when I took the lead, I was hoping. No spotter was telling me. I had a rooster tail on them.
Yeah.
And that I
Yeah, I
had a
had it.
moment
Yeah,
in turn one.
you had. Yeah, I saw that very first turn there. You nearly slid into a rooster tail. That could have been bad, but you recovered it, saved it just fine. It looks
Nice.
like you will be coming home with first and 400 points, which is a welcome start to the night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
truly is.
you had a looks like going into turn one on the final lap. You had almost a rooster tail lead, and then Nate there made one heck of a turn, and he came up next to you. And I thought he was gonna beat you to line because you two were going in like side by side that final turn, but then you got a little too close to the buoys. So, congratulations on your heat win. Is there
Thank you.
anything else you want to say before
Well,
I
gotta
drag you
say,
back?
Dan, Dan and Nate gave me a heck of a battle out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's only so much you could do on the outside. Dan actually had one heck of a start. He was really moving, but only so much you could do when you got two boats inside of you, especially when those two boats are pretty fast.
Truly is.
All right. Thank you for the interview. I will return you to everybody else.
Thank you.
All right, that was our heat winner there. Now the second heat will be this. Heat 1B will be lane 1, Tyler. Lane 2, Eddie. Lane 3, Dan. This will be a interesting field here. We got qualifier number 3 at Tyler Sams. The 8th top qualifier, Eddie Levitt. And Dan Stackpole. Oh, I got another Dan in lane 3. Now, let me update as Heat 1B goes on the clock. I need to update this. Heat 1B on the clock. As Dan nearly hits a white buoy. Dan S. Eddie Levitt still at the dock. And that beautiful crown apple. I'm not sure why I'm not able to spectate. I am unable to... That's weird. Let's see. I am unable to... There we go. Okay. Tyler Sams leaving the docks outside the fountain. I'm not sure where he is right now. Or what's going on there. We'll see. Let's see what the officials have to say about that. I'm not sure what happened or what's going on, if he just got lost. Eddie Levitt looks like he is running, just getting some lap times in. Tyler Sams now on the course. And Dan in that U673 Synergy racing boat. Looks like all drivers are keeping their speed up. Keeping their boat speed up. Looks like Tyler's actually slowing down a little bit. Dan keeping his speed up. Eddie really keeping his speed up. Wow. Looks like Dan's swinging wide, trying to chew up as much of the course as he can, but he's also got to do lane 3, so this will be interesting. Now, don't forget about Eddie, even though he's not a top qualifier. He seems to be pretty fast, knows what he's doing. Tyler Sams looks like he's slowing up too. Really slowing up. I think he's going to park it right there. He probably has a timing mark. Oh no, it looks like he's going to give it a little bit of a squirt. Eddie, I don't think he's pulled his foot out of it once. I think he's just been running around crazy since he got on that course. Dan looks like he's running. Tyler Sams now really moving. Eddie Levitt trying to stay with him, it looks like. Dan is now going down. He is crawling, and I think he's going to park it right there. Yep, he's going to park it right there, right before the entrance pin, as Tyler slows down, and then Eddie's going to slow down. Looks like Dan's going to stay right there for now. I mean, obviously, these boats can't ever truly stop. We're in 15 seconds. So you're going to hear them start to spool up. Here comes Tyler. Tyler's going to hit that start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark! Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Looks to be that was a clean start. No pursuit with Tyler on this one. I think he's going to run away with it as long as he... Oh, I don't know. There's Eddie right there running about, looks like 2 Rooster Tails back. I think Tyler might just run away from it just because of a good start. This stresses the importance of having a good start here. And he's gonna run real wide, not get close to any of those buoys. He's got no pursuit. Eddie trying to stick to the inside, see if he could do anything with that, but he's gonna start running into that slop there if he's not too careful. And you can see the wake that, yep. It looks like Tyler tightened it up a little bit, made Eddie run through that wake, so that would slow him down too. Dan running comfortably in 3rd now. He's just tailing the field and working on getting his points down. Eddie running, trying his best to catch. Nearly hits a white buoy on the outside. It looks like he had to pull his foot a little bit. That could cost him. Tyler running comfortably out in 1st. After a great start. Dan running in 3rd. Let's see. Running comfortably in 3rd. Tyler running in 1st with an... I just can't get over how good that start is. He's going to drive real careful now. Not blow his boat off. Not hit a buoy. Not do anything to risk his position. Points in the preliminaries, especially these first round of preliminaries, are critical. It is critical that you score as many points as you can wherever you can to get into this final. As Eddie fades outside the course almost a little bit. Wow. This course is really tight. So if it looks like they're really close to shore, it's because they are. The course is just so small. Tyler looks like he just finished a beautiful start, beautiful race, dominant from start to finish. The other two had nothing to answer for a start like that. As Dan comes around for Eddie's done, as Dad comes around for his 3rd place finish. Still critical, 225 points there. Now tied with the 2nd qualifier. Goes to show you, just because you're the fastest boat doesn't mean you're going to score the most points. Now let us pull Tyler Sams in here once he parks his boat. And we'll have a nice discussion with him and move on to the next race. There it is, your Heat 1B winner. Oh. Get the timing and scoring that. Now hold on. Tie waved. Oh! It looks like there was a penalty. So Tyler is not your Heat winner. I apologize. That is Eddie. Hello. Welcome. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, alright.
Sorry.
I hear you
I
now.
was like, I kind of said hi a little bit quick there. My bad.
Nah. So I understand that after that, I will have to say Tyler had a start, and I thought he had it from start to finish. What happened there? Because I kind of missed it.
I just had kind of a late jump there, to be honest. I
Okay.
mean, I thought I could catch up to him come round two, and then I took it too wide on that turn three.
Yeah.
Took it real wide, and I just ate
And
it
that
and
and
just
then
slowed down after that.
yeah, slow down, get your points. But I saw in chat that Tyler was penalized for something.
Oh, I have no clue. I think he just waived the interview.
Oh, okay.
That's all that I know.
So then you're interviewed now. All right.
Yeah. So he's
Okay.
like, go wait and chat, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, that was a good start there by Tyler.
Oh yeah.
He hit that
As
start
soon as I
flying.
saw him hit that, I was like, dang it, he's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. Well, a nice, steady second place. It's solid. I was just saying how critical it is to get points in these first race. All right, looks like the next heat is already starting, so I will drag you back with the others.
Sounds good, thank you.
All right, let me update my heat number here to heat 1C. All right. Looks like we got heat 1C on the clock. This is Deegan, Xander Sanchez, and Matt Palmer, our top qualifier. He's going to be in lane 1. That I know for sure. So I'll give you the rundown. It looks like Matt Palmer, our top qualifier, will be in lane 1, as I said. Lane 2 will be Deegan. He's our 6th place qualifier, and our 7th place qualifier, Xander Sanchez, will be in lane 3. The man to beat will be Matt Palmer, but as you've seen in that first race, anything could happen. So, we'll see. Someone could get lucky or unlucky, depending on who you are. A nice Celsius U23. And then we got the very nice U46 Superflow. That is candy pink now, as I've been informed. Oh, my viewership has gone down. Sad face. It's all just numbers on the internet. Looks like Xander is crawling. Matt Palmer is crawling. But Deegan just looks like he's going to do a hot lap. Oh, and you can hear him lift his foot too now. So he's going to start crawling. Oh, no. He's going to give it another squirt. Yep, he's giving it a squirt. Matt Palmer still crawling. Xander looks like he gave it a squirt to try and catch up with the others. Matt Palmer, he's just putzing around. It looks like he knows what he's doing. I say that about everybody. That's not me, so we'll see. Xander's now crawling. Matt's still crawling. And now Deegan's crawling. Whole field is crawling. Xander's going to give it a little bit of squirt there off of that turn. I believe that's turn 2, if I'm not mistaken. And then he's going to slow it back down. Deegan parking it just before the entrance pin. Matt Palmer is going to keep crawling. I don't think he's going to park. Oh, he might park. He's going to park it right next to Deegan, I believe. Yes, he is. Oh, no. Oh no, he's going around again. They're both going around again. Okay. They must have a timing mark that I don't know about. Matt Palmer. It looks like he's going to give it a squirt, as is Deegan. Oh, Matt Palmer slows down. Deegan says, okay, I'm going on right by. We're inside 1 minute. Well, actually, inside 40 seconds now. We will see how this plays out. That candy pink. Alright, no problem. We got copyright. It wasn't the end of the world. Alright, we are inside 20 seconds. As you can hear all of them start to spool up. Give it a squirt. It's going to be a nice view of the rocks. Yeah, Matt Palmer is moving. All boats are moving. Xander looks like he's not up yet, but oh, there he goes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Boogity boogity booty. Let's go racing. Dan Palmer looks like he wired that start. I don't know. It was pretty close. We'll see. We'll see after the race if Matt Palmer did in fact jump the gun. Actually, I can check now. He did not. All boats are legal. That was just a beautiful start as Matt really flies that boat and gets that around the first turn. Looks like Deegan's going to try and give chase, but if Matt Palmer keeps running at this pace, I don't think he's going to catch him, especially since he's got the lane advantage. Matt Palmer stretched it out to just over a Rooster Tail lead now, almost 2 Rooster Tails now. As Matt Palmer runs comfortably in first, I would say now. Xander running comfortably in third, and Deegan in second as the field spreads out. Deegan trying to fly that boat to catch up to him, but it looks like it's not quite gonna happen. And then Matt Palmer's gonna run. Matt Palmer's just gonna try and keep it nice and easy. He's still flying that boat. He's still running pretty fast, but he's gonna take it easy, not to risk anything. Obviously, it's not real life, so they don't got to worry about beating on their equipment. But, yeah, Matt Palmer is really moving that boat. Xander running in third, running very comfortably. Again, it's very important that all boats finish their heats and pick up their points, as Xander gets really close to that outside buoy. And Deegan looks like he is falling back, and it looks like he's just going to accept his second place points. He's going to stay wide, try and stay out in that clean water. His back looks like about 3 Rooster Tails now, probably 4 now. Xander running back. He just wasn't on the ball on the start, and he stayed behind ever since. Matt, on the other hand, wired that start, and it looks like a beautiful first place finish. That was a wonderful performance there by our top qualifier, the man to beat so far with the most points out of the day. Xander coming around for his finish, his third place finish. And Deegan made his second place finish. Alright, let us interview the winner. I've just informed Tyler Sams will not be doing any interviews due to background noise, which is entirely alright. Dan and Matt Palmer are a brother duo. I'm not sure who is older, who is younger. I guess we'll find out. Somebody will correct me. Heat 1B, that was not the most exciting heat, but definitely one to be interested on as I'm waiting for our first place viewer to jump into the waiting room here so we can get an interview. Oh, it never updated. That was supposed to be Heat 1C. My bad. Thought I updated that. Oh well. That was a very nice race. I wait for... There he is in the waiting room. That was a very textbook start to finish win right there. I was worried you jumped that start, but no penalties were awarded, so that was a beautiful start.
Yeah, thanks. I did get a little nervous, and I did pump the throttle a few times, but
yeah, I saw
it
you were
worked out.
flying that boat. I thought, okay, now he's got a comfortable lead, so I saw about lap 2 you realized, maybe your spotter told you, you realized that, hey, I got a comfortable lead, I don't need to be running that hard. Was that what you were going with, or were you still running all out?
No, I was running all out.
Running all out? And
Not racing somebody, I'm racing the clock. So
Well, yeah. Always room for improvement then. Yeah, the
Yep.
other two just had
Yep.
nothing to answer for that kind of start. Xander was back on the start, and Deegan was with you, but he just couldn't stick with it. That lane one,
Yeah,
and the lane one and the speed you had, they just kind of ran away from the field.
Yeah, I got a pretty good setup for lane 1, so just had to
Well,
hold
we'll
my
see
lane
if
through the first couple of
we'll
corners.
see if you can do it in the second round of preliminaries. Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
All right, that is the first round of preliminaries concluded. Now we will. Oh fuck! Excuse me. Oh, and I just swore. Excuse me. We will move into the second flight of rounds. Now this will be reverse qualifying order. It's like Deegan. Yeah, Deegan Heat 2. Oh no, my bad. Dan Palmer, lane 1. Our 5th place qualifier for Heat 2A. Lane number 2 will be Tyler Sams, our 3rd place qualifier, and our 1st place qualifier, who we just talked to, Matt Palmer, in lane 3. Let's jump over here and wait for the clocks to start. To let me update. No, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I don't need anybody cussing out my stream. Okay. Alright. Hey, PG-13 movies get one F-bomb, one free F-bomb. So that was my one free F-bomb for the entire stream. Alright? Oh, Heather, it looks like you've been dethroned as the first place chatter. You are no longer the top chatter. Oh well. I doubt she's even listening. Alright, looks like Heat 2A in the water. No, you don't get a free one. I said it's for the whole stream. Alright, looks like we got Dan Palmer, Matt Palmer. Oh, looks like we got a brother on brother situation with Tyler Sams. Raw. Okay. We'll see how. At least I assume they're brothers. I actually don't. I've just been assuming. We got Tyler thinking he's in NASCAR there, trying to scrub to warm up his sponsons on the water, I guess. Hey, or he's just trying to scrub speed without having to lift his foot. That is something I do in RC racing. Myself, if you can't back the throttle up anymore, you start zigzagging to burn the clock. Chews up a lot of time and chews up your speed. Matt Palmer, once again, he will be the man to watch from the outside. Father versus son. Alright, so it's a father-son duo. My mistake. I assume they were brothers. Who is the father and who is the son? I'm assuming Matt is the father. Dan Palmer. He will be running in lane 1, it looks like. Tyler will be running in lane 2. That was our 3rd place qualifier. And this is our 1st place qualifier. And we're inside 2 minutes. Looks like Tyler's giving a little bit of a squirt there. down the back chute. Matt Palmer crawling it now. I think that's down the front stretch. There's down the... Whoa! Tyler got a little loose there in the background. He's really moving it. Dan also crawling. Matt and Dan I cannot speak. Matt and Dan. Oh, Dan gave it a little bit of the squirt. Matt is the son. Okay. Good to know. So it is a father-son duo. Tyler Sams now crawling around the course. Matt Palmer is going to give it a squirt. Dan Palmer is going to give it a little bit of a squirt. Just a little bit, though, on the inside lane. As Matt comes back to crawling. Okay, all boats are crawling as we are almost inside 30 mark now. So it looks like they're all just going to sit there. Crawling. Now watch Dan Palmer on the inside. I think he's going to start going. Yep, there goes Matt, and Dan's going to follow shortly after. This is going to be their run for the start. Watch Matt. Oh, he's going to come off that turn. It's about 10 seconds from that entrance pin, so we're looking at like a pretty good start. 3, 2, 1, and mark! We are racing! That was a very close start. We will see if that was a jump the gun. No, it was all a clean start. Matt Palmer running away from... Is he going to run away from the field? He's got to do it all the way from lane 3 now. As we watch quite the lead there. Looks to by 3 boat lengths. Oh, Tyler could not hold his lane, and he skips to the outside. Looks like that's going to give Matt Palmer the chance he needs to run away from the field again, but Tyler Sams is really trying. He's jumping to the inside again. He's inside. Matt has to give him room, but there's another boat. Looks like Dan's trying to creep up in there, but doesn't quite have the boat speed to do it as these guys come out of the turn and start running. We're coming around. Oh, it's going to be a nice turn. Oh, there's contact! There's contact! Oh, and there's more contact! Chaos over the field. Now, it looked to me that was on Tyler Sams. He might receive a penalty for that, for failure to hold his lane on the inside. Or it might be declared a racing incident, but as it stands on the water, Tyler Sams is now clear out in front. Matt and Dan are now battling for second. It's father versus son. Matt is the son, Dan is the father, and he's gonna stick to the outside, inside, and just run inside that wake, as Matt's gonna have to run outside that wake to try and find some clean water. But honestly, at this point, Tyler could run wherever he wants. There's going to be no clean water behind that boat. We will see after the race what the official ruling of that was. But as it stands on the water, Tyler is your first place boat. But he's going to have a challenge here as Dan Palmer comes up on the inside for the final lap. He's going to run out of real estate just like that. So as it stands on the water, Dan Palmer is... We have Tyler Sams first, Dan Palmer second, and Matt Palmer third. I will see what an official ruling is on that, if it will be declared as a racing incident or not. You might receive a penalty here. I'll keep it updated. Tyler Sams looks like he's going to waive all his interviews, so I don't know. We'll see if I get an official word from any from the officials here, or if I'll just have to guess. Something tells me I'll just have to guess. Looks like a call has been made I will look at that now. It would appear yep, Tyler Sams with a lane violation, lap penalty. That will mean Dan Palmer is your race winner, and I will pull him here in the chat, and we'll have a quick interview with him. Hello. That was
How you doing?
that was quite the race there.
It was a very, very tight race.
So what happened? It looks like Matt and Tyler. Matt couldn't hold his line and slammed into.
No, Tyler couldn't hold his line.
I'm
Tyler
sorry.
drifted out.
Yes,
got
I
Matt.
thank you for correcting. I meant to say Tyler. I mix up names. Tyler couldn't hold his line, got into Matt. Matt slid into you,
Yeah,
and then Tyler kind of just ran away from
Yeah.
you guys. But you almost got him there at the end. But as we know now, it didn't matter.
no.
Well, that
And
was a very nice win. Good job in holding off Matt. As-
if I got the inside, I'm usually pretty good. I can hold really tight and still keep my speed up. So
What
that's
happened
I set
there?
up for.
What happened there on the start? Because it looked like you were behind a lot.
I lifted and I shouldn't have. Should have
Ah,
stayed in it.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like because as Matt nailed that start again, he seems like he's really good at nailing those starts.
Yeah,
but-
he's worked on that this year.
Yeah, it's my biggest weakness right now as a rookie.
Yeah.
That was a very nice run, very good heat, and oh boy, it was a show.
It
All right.
was. It was.
Thank you for the interview. I will return you to the rest of them.
Thank you very much.
All right. So that's what hydroplane can get. And obviously, since this is a video game, no one's injured, but real life that can turn ugly real fast. Let me update my heat number here to heat 2C. And I will get the running order for you in a moment. The lane order for Heat 2C will be lane number 1, Dan Stackpole and his U63 Synergy Racing. Lane number 2 will be Eddie Livet and the U10 Crown Apple. And lane number 3 will be U27 Xander Sanchez in the Kraken. You know, when your boat's named after a mythological beast, it's gotta be a beast. We'll see what he can do from lane 3. As Dan has lane 1. Oh, I have been corrected, by the way. Qualifying is, top qualifier is 200 points. Did I read something wrong? Am I on the wrong heat? I am on the wrong heat. Okay, that's what's going on. My apologies. So this heat will be lane 1 Deegan, lane 2 Sean, lane 3 Nate. Okay. Let's get the camera on one of the boats on the water. That is my mistake. I didn't think we were already in this one. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Let me update the heat number to heat 2B. As we're just outside 3 minutes, Deegan, hey Sean, and Nate. This will be a fast field, an interesting field. Nate's now, I know from experience, Nate's no stranger from winning from the outside, so we'll see what he can do with a faster field like this. As they all just run around the course, getting a feel for it. Looks like Sean's gonna keep running with Nate there. I thought he was gonna slow down for a second. No, but Deegan is crawling now as the other two race by. I'll see if Deegan, yep, he looks like he's going to give it a little bit of a squirt, maybe? Oh no, he's just going to keep on crawling. And Sean Haley is really moving that thing. So is Nate. Nate and Sean are both, looks like they're going to go around one, maybe two more times. We've seen varying start strategies, but all of them, as Nate slows down, all of them have routes the same, which is sit around the entrance pin and wait to go around 20 seconds. Looks like Deegan's crossing the start finish line out. Sean Haley's still moving. And Nate is crawling. Is he going to park it there at the entrance pin? I think he is, and then he's going to go around one more at about 1:10. Yeah, he's going to wait right there. That's what he's done before in the past. We'll see if that's the thing he's going to do again as Sean Haley goes by. Still running hot. And we should see, if I am not mistaken, he might just park it there. But is he going to pick it up? No, I think he's just going to leave it right there. Oh, no, there he goes. Yep, there he goes. He's going to give it a squirt now and go around one more time and be right on the clock, I bet. Sean Haley coming down the front stretch, crossing the start-finish line. Deegan now parked it in the back chute. Nate looks like he's going to go by. Yeah, he's going to go around one more time. One more time, it looks like. Nate might be a little off the pace here, but we'll see. He might hit that start flying as Sean and Deegan go slow down the back stretch. We'll see. We're inside 30 seconds. Nate's got 30 seconds to get around this turn and get back to that start-finish line. I think he's going to be behind. But if not, yep, there goes Deegan and Sean as they start giving it a squirt down the back chute. Everyone is late, but Nate's going to hit that start flying, just like the late, great Bill Muncy from the outside. We will see how it is won. And Mark, it is a good start. All the boats are way back, plenty safe. Looks like Deegan had to slow up to make that start. Nate on the outside, already making up ground, taking second place. Sean looks like he's really holding that line in there. And holding his line fine. Nate fades out a little bit, give him a little bit more room. But as of right now, Sean is in third. Nate is in second. Quite the race there for second. As Nate comes out about a boat length out of that turn. No, now he's back in third. Back in third. Let's see. Yep, he's back in third by about 2 boat lengths. 1 boat length now. We'll see if can he do it as Sean goes through some serious chop there. That's going to slow him down. As you can see, Nate making up a lot of ground there as he's kind of coming hard and take second back. Second place is now Nate. We're going to see if Sean can hold on to it with the inside lane. They come really close there for a second. Looks like Sean had to pull his foot a little bit, and Nate is going to start running away with second place. Nate really needs these points now. He's got a third, and this second will be huge. Very critical for him as, oh man, Sean hits 2 buoys and pulls his foot. Nate is gone. He says, thank you, sir. I am going to secure my second. Deegan running comfortably in first now. As he crosses the line for the final lap now. White flag in the air. White flag in the air. Sean's still trying to stay in it, but I saw him hit, I think, 2 buoys. So that might be, I don't know if the penalty is stack or what, but it might look like he's challenging Nate for second place, but he is not. He's, I believe, a lap down. I think they're doing a minute, though. He only hit 1 buoy. He only hit 1 buoy. But he's still trying to run down Nate. Deegan running comfortably in first. He is done now. Finished first. Clean run all the way. All the way. From start to finish, first place. We will see Nate. Yeah, it looks like it's just a 1-minute penalty for buoy hits. And looks like Sean's gonna... Oh! Alright. Oh! Alright! I guess it's boat mating season here on Saturday night. Alright, let's get an interview going with the winner. I'll wait for him to pop into the waiting room. Yep, there he is. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
All right, I gotta turn you up a little bit. That's all. That was once again.
Alright.
That's I think the third one I've seen tonight. Like a textbook, start to finish, first place. That
Yeah,
was
I ain't gonna lie, I completely copied Matt.
yeah. I could tell. It looked like you could have fooled me if you told me Matt was driving. I would have believed it.
I don't got that left foot. You know, Matt runs them double pedals. I'm a flat bottom guy. I got that single down pedal.
Yeah,
You know, to find my balance point.
that's personally how I run. I think it's a lot easier to run like that. Especially since my brake pedal has so much resistance and I need to give it so much pressure.
Yeah, that's how I am. I got a load cell, so even if I wanted to, it ain't the same.
Yeah, I use my clutch. I do the exact same thing. I use my clutch pedal for the wing, and that's it. But that was a very good run. I don't know if you really noticed or you heard, but there was a really good race there for second and third for a while. Until
Yeah.
Sean hit a buoy.
That's what I heard. He hit 2. I was gonna say that takes some skill there.
Yeah, oh, I thought he hit 2, but on the timing and scoring it says he only hit 1.
You got to learn how to hit 2 and get away with it. You're good.
Yeah, nothing escapes the eye in the sky, unfortunately. You can't beat the cameras anymore like you could way back, but that was a very good run, very clean too. That's like after that start, you could pretty much run. You could just run wherever you wanted, making those guys run through your wake.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Valleyfield. It's short enough. You can kind of just cut across the whole track, make the entire track sloppy.
Yeah. All right, I will let you go back to the others as Heat 2C starts.
All right, 10-4. Thank you.
All right, we are on Heat 2C now. Yep, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think I am, though. I'm never wrong. Never correct me. Just kidding. I'm wrong a lot. Just ask Heather. Alright, so Heat 2C. Looks like Dan in lane 1. Eddie will be... I think Xander will actually be in lane 2. And Eddie will be in lane 3? No, I think Eddie's going to be in lane 2. Now, Dan and Xander are very familiar, very used to racing each other. So they know how each other's going to race. Xander is pretty fast. I'm pretty sure Xander and Dan are both rookies. But Xander is fast, Dan is still learning, and he is also fast. As they all just run around, get some hot laps in before they start lining up for the start. Inside 245. Oh, Eddie's moving to the outside. Make sure you don't hit a buoy. And he's going to slow up. No, he's going to give it another squirt. Dan's just been running it pretty hot since he got on the water. Xander's also been running hot since he got on the water. They've all been running pretty hot. Xander, we're inside 2 minutes now, so we might see some milling going on, but so far all the boats are on the water are just kind of running around. Oh, there goes Dan, yep. As I said that, Dan's slowing down. He's gonna looks like he's gonna start lining up for his starting routine. Eddie looks like he'll be in lane 2, Xander will be in lane 3. As both Eddie and Xander, Eddie's slowing down, or I'm sorry, Xander's slowing down. And that U-27 Crackhead, no, he looks like he's just letting Eddie go by. Dan's just crawling, looks like he's comfortable where he is. As you see the other yep, there's Eddie going by in the background. Xander's slowing down. Everyone's just running kind of slow right now. Dan is parking, it looks like, just before the entrance pin on the back straightaway. Eddie's now slowing it coming out of turn 2. Xander still going through turn 2. He's going to give it a little bit of a squirt as we are inside 45 seconds. Xander and Eddie both crawling. Dan just parking it there right by the entrance pin. We're inside 35 seconds now. We should see, yep, Xander's going to start going on the throttle. Should see Eddie do the same thing. And around, if I were them, I'd be going right now. I'd be picking it up right about now. We got 20 seconds. Mark. And there goes Eddie. Eddie's going to be late, I think. Dan's also going to be late. Xander, I think the whole field's going to be... Whoa, that was close! We'll see if there's a call on that or if that was a racing incident, but that was really close. I think, yep, and we are start. That was a great start there by Eddie if that wasn't a penalty in that first turn. You go in turn 1 and, oh, wow. Nice turn. Eddie's just going to run away from it now. He can kind of dictate where the others run. We'll see if this race for second turns into something. Xander's going to have to do it from the way outside. But Dan's got to run through that chop that Eddie's putting him through. But it looks like Dan can hold in there where Eddie cannot. He might actually have a chance at making up his position as they put lap 1 in the books. As Dan comes around for that turn, he fades a little bit. Yep. Eddie's tightening it up now. Looks like I got a little too close. The spotter's probably telling him exactly where Dan and Xander are going to be. Right now, he has no real pursuit. He got over like a rooster tail and a half lead. Dan's still trying to catch him. And oh, he hooks into a buoy, and Xander's going to jump to the inside. Xander jumps to the inside and takes over second place. That will be a a minute penalty. As Xander takes up second, he's going to try and run down Eddie, but I think he's going to run out of real estate. We'll see what he does down the back stretch. Is he going to fly that boat? Yeah, he's really flying that thing now. Trying to catch that boat right there, the golden... Oh, and Xander hits a buoy too! So both Xander and Dan are down 1 minute. And Dan's gone dead in the water. I'm not sure what's going on there. But Dan is shut down in the water. I think he's going to DNF. We'll see what the ruling is from that. I have no idea what's going on there. As Eddie goes by Dan there on his final lap. Xander also on his final lap and cuts inside. I believe that was a dislodged buoy though. And Eddie looks like he's going to run a comfortable first place finish. I'm not sure what happened to Dan there. He may have gotten disqualified. I will check the sheet. Nope. No, Dan is fired up and going again. I think he's going to try and finish the heat here. Couple laps down. He's on his final lap now. He's got one more to go. But he's slowing down again. But they might have just given him the third. That was interesting. So it looks like Dan third, Xander second, and Eddie first. Let's get the heat winner in here. Hello! That was second time tonight.
Yeah, this time it's actually on my own.
Oh. Oh, apparently, as I'm receiving word, we missed it. Dan blew over. And that's why he was so far behind.
Oh, okay. I was like, I swore I saw it.
Yeah,
that last,
you know what happened?
Xander
was trying so hard to hunt you down, but he also clipped a buoy. Both Matt, you are the only clean finisher. Both Xander and Dan hit buoys.
Oh man, that's why I saw them all over. all over. I was like, oh crap! Towards
Yeah.
that last stretch, I was like, I didn't even know where to go. I was like, oh crap! Hey.
Yeah, I was like, oh, was that a buoy dislodge? Yeah, that's probably a buoy dislodge. It's like buoys
That's what I
everywhere.
thought.
Just kind of
I
gotta run where
still
you
went
think
between
the
it.
right buoys are. It gets confusing real fast with all the buoys on the
Oh yeah,
on
it
the
really
course.
Did. It really did.
But good job. That was a beautiful start.
Thank
He
you,
hit
thank you.
hit that start flying. What I've noticed about a lot of people are waiting too long to get the boat spooled up and ready to go for the start. That seems to be the biggest problem with a lot of drivers tonight.
Yeah, I just really kind of noticed on and then kind of picked up on it. I was like, if I can time it down just right, I'll be off the go. And
Yep.
once I get it off the go, there's no catching.
Yep. That's how the late great Bill Munsey won so many races. He'd start from the outside, but he'd hit that start flying. By the time he got to turn 1, he was gone.
Yup, and it felt great once I hit turn 1 and felt that I was, 2-3 rooster tails in front.
Yep, and
Oh,
I
man,
saw
it felt great.
that. I saw Dan was a little far out, and you nearly chopped across his nose.
Oh yeah, no, I almost did. I took it a little too wide on one. I was like, oh crap.
I believe that would have been Dan's fault if there was an incident, because he was sitting far out and he wasn't turning. Well, he was spooling up, so he wasn't turning as much as he
I definitely thought it was
could.
gonna be mine because I definitely was like, oh crap, I almost lost it.
Yeah, well, I'll let you return. I think we're
Thank
running.
you, thank you.
We are running for practice while Flight 3 is running. Alright. So, as it stands right now, I will pull the points up and inform all of you. Right now, the highest score in points is Sean Haley in the U6 Miss Madison at 765. The next... Oh, wait, they're not in order. Never mind. Hold on. Sorry. Our top points is 900. Matt Palmer with a first and a second, as well as first place qualifying points. Our second place in high points is 820. Dan Palmer. So it looks like we'll have a father-son battle for the high points. And then third place by just 20 points will be Deegan with 800. Fourth place will be 785, and that is Tyler Sams. That penalty cost him. As we get ready here for the next flight of heats. 765 is our next Sean Haley. 760 at Eddie Levitt. And 605 with Xander Sanchez. And Dan Stackpole with 490. Okay, good to know. I was worried you'd fallen asleep on me again. Let's watch our top qualifier here. He really likes to air that boat out. As you can see, he's actually moving pretty good. I will drop the heats down to here and get it ready for heat 3A, which be our next heat. I'll drop it below the game capture. There we go. Alright, it looks like Heat 3A, lane 1, Matt, lane 2, Sean, lane 3, Eddie. Wind will be 5 miles an hour. This will be an interesting race. Heat wrong. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me look at the spreadsheet here. Heat 3A will be lane 1, Dan Palmer. Lane 2, Tyler Sams. Lane 3, Dan Stackpole. Still wrong. Come on, Nate. I got it right. Do, 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 do. Oh, while we wait for whatever is happening to happen. Owner is having trouble. Yeah, I can tell. There we go. It's all good. We all have our issues. Should go on the clock here soon. Let me adjust the heat number. Heat 3A. On the clock. Boats in the water. Dan Palmer and the U-25 Payne Pack 1981. Tyler Sands, the U-21 Payne West Insurance. And waiting on one more to enter the water. There he goes. Dan Stackpole. Synergy Racing. U-6673. There it goes. I was cleaning my glasses. Yeah, I felt that. Roar, roar. Heather, are you trying to become the top chatter again? We'll see how this heat turns out. We are inside 2 minutes 30. As Dan looks like he's going to run around hot laps. Dan Palmer is going to crawl around. Dan Stockpose and Tyler Sams are both running hot laps right now. We'll see what their strategy is as Dan nearly hits the start-finish buoy. Dan Palmer in the pain pack. Just kind of cruising around, taking it easy. Not running too hard. Dan S. Looks like he's going to slow down and start lining up for the start as we're inside a buck 30. Tyler Sams, we're going around one more time, I think. Dan Palmer is also going to go around one more time. Now keep in mind, Matt Palmer is his spotter, so he's got the top qualifier, the leader in the high points right now for tonight, spotting him, so that's going to lead to some advantages. As Dan crawls, Tyler's crawling, and Dan Stackpole is stationary. I think Dan Palmer is going to start kicking it now. I probably should see him get a score as we are inside 30 seconds. Oh, I think this is gonna be a close start. Yep, there he goes. He's gonna start giving it a squirt now. So are the others. Dan's still waiting. He should probably start moving now. Yep, there he goes. He's gonna start moving. As the other two come up with a lot of boat speed. This is going to be an interesting race here as they come down for the start. 3, 2, 1, mark! Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing! That was a pretty good start. Right there by Dan. On the inside lane, looks like he's going to hold that line. He might run away from Tyler. But Tyler might have something to say about that with a little bit of speed. Running on the outside like that. He's hugging that rooster tail. But they got about... Oh, a little bit of a slide out there. That's sure gonna cost Tyler, but Tyler's still running on the outside line. He's not giving up that much ground. Now, Dan Palmer's got about a rooster tail lead on Tyler. We'll see if he can hold that going through these turns. Yep, he's gonna run a little bit wider and force Tyler to run a little bit wider. That is entirely legal to do. Dan has enough overlap. He could run where he wanted just about. Oh no, he's still got a rooster tail length. But Tyler is not giving up the chase. Dan Palmer doing what we call hiding the buoys as he turns, but I don't know how well it's going to work, how far back. Tyler is falling, and he gets in a little bit of wake and has to fade off and loses quite a bit of ground there. Dan Palmer just kind of running away with it at this point with the beautiful Pain Pack 1981. Tyler trying all he can to try and catch your leader right now. As they both run as hard as they can. Running all out. Flying those boats around those turns. As you have a better view, you can see how they really fly them. Now as they're coming at you here. Dan Palmer on the inside, coming around on the final lap. Looks like, and somewhere back there is Tyler, and he's right there. It looks like he might have something for him on this final lap. Ran out of real estate though. First place will be Dan Palmer. Second place will be Tyler Sams. Third place will be Dan Stackpole. Nice race. Good attempt there by Tyler to try and run down the leader, but it ultimately was not enough. Let us wait for the winner. in the channel as we have a lovely view of the beach. Oh jeez, you found the emotes. Well, well, we meet again.
Yes, I'm having a lot of good luck tonight.
Yeah, well, good luck and a good spotter also helps too.
A good spotter does help.
Yes, as
Really does.
somebody who does RC boating, a good spotter makes a lot of difference in the drivers.
Exactly. You must be doing RC boater yourself.
Yes, yes, I am. Whole family has been doing it. I'm the third generation.
Well, Matt, I'm first generation. Matt's second generation. So,
Oh,
and
there you go.
my grandkids are into it now too. So, there's
Yeah.
3 generations of us.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Well, that was a beautiful start, and you just kind of ran away from the field. Tyler had a little bit for you. He was catching you off a couple of those turns, and then you started running him all over the course, and he couldn't catch you anymore.
yeah. I started drifting out, just trying to keep my speed up. And
makes him run wider, makes him slow down.
Yeah. Makes him think about where he wants to try and go. If he wants to try and go to the inside, it's
I don't.
a little rough.
He looked like he was gonna try it, but I don't think it would have been a good idea. He got in your wake a couple of times pretty hard, and after that
it slowed him down a lot.
Pretty much over. But he almost caught you. Well, he not almost, but he had something for you on that final lap too. It was definitely was not over. Had there been a couple more laps, he may have been able to do it, but it would have been hard.
He was close. Yeah, he's actually got faster lap times than me, so
yeah,
it was still good. I enjoyed the win.
Yep. It goes to show you how much a good start can mean the difference between first and third.
Definitely.
Right, I will let you return to the others now as we get ready for Heat 3B.
Thank you very much.
Oh my gosh. She's going nuts with the emojis now. Alright, let me change the heat number. Heat 3B. Oh, excuse me. And Heat 3B on the clock. Looks like it will be Sean Haley. And the U6, Miss Madison, one of my favorites growing up. And then it will be, once the game updates properly, Eddie Levitt, the U10, Crown Apple. And then Matt Palmer, your current leader in the high points for tonight. U46 Superflaw. I'm getting tired. Oh, and we got a boat stationary at the docks. Wonder what happened there. Must have had to return to the docks to tweak his setup. Matt Palmer. Sean Haley. We'll see how this turns out. I believe Matt will be running in lane 1, the boat to beat so far, as he crawls around turn number 2, I believe. There's Eddie coming around very fast. Looks like he's going to make a hot lap. As Matt comes by. Oh no, that was turn 2. So they just crossed the start-finish line. Inside, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. And there is Sean Haley. 2, 1, mark. Inside. 2 minutes now. 2 minutes till this action-packed night continues. This might be another runaway. Looks like Matt Palmer is just going to crawl around the course this whole time. Sean Haley's making his hot laps. I noticed Sean really likes making his hot laps before the mill. So does Eddie. It looks like Matt's going to give it a little bit of a squirt now. But he's going to hold tight to that inside. He's going to hug those buoys as much as he can. Inside, a $130. Sean Haley finally slowing down. It looks like he's coming to a stop. Just crossed the start-finish line. And there goes Matt as he keeps crawling. Looks like he's slowing down. Yep, he's slowing down too. Eddie moving to the outside. Looks like Eddie's going to be in lane 3. And then Matt is in lane 1. Sean Haley in lane 2. As we're inside 1 minute. Looks like Sean Haley's going to step it up a little bit. Matt Palmer and Eddie are going to stay back. Not sure what Sean's planning here as they line up 45 seconds down the back chute. Matt Palmer giving a little bit of a squirt. As we are inside 35 seconds now. Down the back stretch, just coming out of halfway down the back stretch, I presume. Sean Haley looks like he's coming with a little bit of steam. Matt is stationary, the boat to beat as we're inside 20 seconds now. All boats look, yep, there they go. They're going to start spooling up now. Now watch Eddie on the outside. He could be a little early as we're at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark! That was a close start. We'll get the official ruling, but as it stands right now, Eddie's in first, but not for long. That inside lane paying dividends for Matt. Sean, drifts out into the wake of Eddie, and he's going to lose a lot of speed off that, and he starts falling off the pace. Matt Palmer, it looks like he might run away with this one again. So far shape. Oh, we have a blowover! Sean Haley goes over in turn 2 outside the course. He's stationary outside the course. Matt running comfortably in first still. We'll see if he gets it restarted. He looks like he might have to wait. I don't know if resets are on. Matt Palmer is still running comfortably in first now. After that masterclass of a start. We will actually see. Was there any no gun jumpers. That start was nailed there by Eddie, but unfortunately having to do that from the way outside is a little too difficult. He just couldn't hit the start and get the lane on Matt. Yep, start is fully legal. As I just received official word. As Sean, I think the ruling is boats that blow over have to stay down until the race is over. Looks like Matt is going to run away with this one again. The top qualifier and leader in high points, if he can keep it on the water for a little while longer, is going to pick up 400 more points and be secured and secure his spot in the final as he flies that thing. As you said earlier, as he said earlier, he's always racing. Even if no one's out there, he's going to be racing himself, racing the clock as he comes across the line. A beautiful win, textbook start to finish. Eddie Levitt making his finish now in clean second place. Sean Haley sitting outside the course, dead in the water after a blowover in turn 2. An unfortunate turn of events for Sean Haley. Now, let's get the winner in here and see. That was a very interesting race. as we look at the colorful beach here in Valleyfield, Quebec. Wait for the heat winner, and we'll see if we can get a couple words in. Wow, I've already been going for over 2 hours? Holy cow. Jeez. I'm tired. Alright, here we go. Well, whoa, we meet again. This is what, the second time you're in here?
Yeah, yeah. Should have been 3 times, but my dad got me on the one there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes the old man will pull a couple of hat tricks on you.
Yeah, sometimes.
As I know from RC Racing, he's done that to me a couple of times.
It happens.
Yeah, but that was a very good textbook start to finish. I know I think I told you that last time, but it's what it is. You started first, finished first, and stayed first every single lap. So
yeah, that's so important.
Start is very, very important. I've seen so many races be thrown because of a bad start.
Yep.
Even in the professionals do it. Oh, so what is the ruling if you blow over? Are you not allowed to restart?
No, you're allowed to rewrite your boat just so they have a cowl and a wing to see, I guess.
Okay, and you
Instead of just
cannot
the bottom
keep
of the
going.
boat.
All right.
No, but you cannot refire.
I saw that Sean blew over there in the second turn. I don't know if you heard that.
Oh, is that what happened to him? I see
Yeah.
him dead down in the corner there, but I didn't know
Yeah,
that
he blew over. He looks like he was running a little too hard trying to catch you guys, but ultimately it was a little too much.
tail end of that backstretch at Valleyfield. It's tricky.
I bet it is. I've raced this course I think a couple of times, and it's the turns alone are tricky enough.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's a beast
I
right
will.
there.
Well, good luck in the final.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah, good luck in the final. I will let you return as we get ready for Heat 3C. All right. Let me update this. Heat 3C on the clock. Looks like we have Nate, Xander, and Deegan. Gotta remember names. I can remember names. I'm great at names. Just ask Julie. I mean Heather. Now Nate, I think, is going to be the boat to watch here. Looks like he's going to have lane 2. Nate and Xander, very familiar with racing each other. As Nate starts crawling, he's done this before. He's going to do what Matt did. We saw Matt do in Heat 3B. We'll see. Oh no, he's going to give it a little bit of a squirt there. Keep it up as Xander slows up in the turn. And Deegan also slows up, but in a different turn on the opposite end of the course. There we go. It looks like Nate is going to stay just inside of Xander. He's going to give it a squirt. They're both giving it a good squirt. And you won't see them flying the boats that much until that clock strikes 0. Oh, and Deegan running stationary out of turn 1. Looks like there was almost contact there, but it was all clean. No one was hurt. Nothing was touched. I need to work on my phrasing. As Deegan gives it a squirt to try and keep up with Nate a little bit. Inside. 2:15. 2:15 till the race start. Down the front stretch. Into the first turn. We'll see what Nate does. We've seen him run a few hot laps and then just park it for a minute at the top end of the race course and then come around one more time. Well, last time that didn't work out for him too well, so we'll see what he does this time. Deegan's been kind of doing the same, is like parking it at the top end and just waiting for the clock. Xander also been doing that. As, yep, there goes Deegan. He's going to start slowing down as we're inside minute 35. Minute 35. Nate's going to make one more hot lap. Then I think he's going to slow up. Going around the turn, yep. Yep, there's Deegan sitting stationary there. Down the back stretch. As Nate starts slowing down. Xander also slowing down, but I'm not sure where he is. Oh, there they are. Okay. Going around turn number 1. Nate looks like he's cutting the course. Nate's going to cut the course and come around one more time. That was an interesting move there. But perfectly legal, perfectly within the rights. He could cut wherever. Xander and Deegan both crawling. I'm not sure what Nate's doing. I think he's going to try and go from there. He's going to give it a squirt and try and hit that start with all he's got. Xander's going to start moving now. And Deegan, there goes Deegan. He's going to give it a squirt as well. Looks like Nate, yup, there's Nate right there. Now keep an eye on the clock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and mark. It was a good start. All boats are legal. It seems to be a common theme here that a lot of boats are starting pretty far back. Seems to be the biggest weakness. We'll see if Nate on the outside is going to try and run down Deegan, but I don't see it happening as Deegan really starts flying that boat and stretching out his lead. Looks like he's got about a half a rooster tail lead coming off that turn. And yep, he's got about a rooster tail lead. Nate on the outside trying to close the ground. You can't see him, but he's back there. He's back there trying to run down the first place. Nate needs these points right now. I believe he's in standing for the final, but we will get the official ruling after this heat as they start flying that boat. Deegan really flying that boat. Nate trying to catch him, trying with all he has to catch him. But I think he's going to run out of real estate as that gap widens. As they put another lap in the books. Deegan running first with Nate's right there in case if Deegan makes any kind of mistake. Nate will be right there to claim the position. Nate's going to jump to the inside. Nate jumps to the inside there. Let's see if he can do anything with that. But Deegan can run wherever he wants. And yep, sure enough, Deegan's going to stay to the... Yep, Nate jumps back to the outside. It is get too rough as they're on the last lap now. Deegan with about 2 rooster tail lead on Nate. And Xander running comfortably in third. Running very consistent this weekend. Well, I should say this night. Nate looks like he jumped to the inside again. He might try and do it, but I think he's just going to settle for his points as Deegan, yep, tightens up the course. Nate on the inside now, shifting to the outside. He's just trying to find clean water and get it across that line. Deegan first place. Nate second. Xander blew over in the final turn. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Oh, man. Oh, is he going to hit the yacht? No, it looks like he's going to kill it right there. That's very unfortunate. On the final turn, blew over. All right, let's have a chat with the winner of Heat 3C. Hello. That was
Hey.
That was a good heat. Good heat win, good start right there.
I knew that was a good start. I had to pull my foot a little bit.
You had to pull your foot again.
Oh,
Oh,
I was like,
jeez.
I saw about minutes or a second and a half, and I'm like, I got a pretty good gap.
Yeah,
I'm
I thought after I thought through that first lap, Nate was gonna have something for you on the outside, but after you tightened it up and you just started flying the boat, it was pretty much over. Xander unfortunately
Yeah,
did not finish. I saw him blow over in the
I
final
saw
turn.
that he blew over right before the line there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I've done that before.
You hate to see it. I've done that too.
I did
Oh,
it before
yeah.
in our friend group league that Nate's also hosting. I'm in Madison. I'm a rookie, so it meant a lot to me. I was running first. We were running the big Madison course. Nate was on the outside. He was coming, and I blew it right before the line. I was like, "Oh man."
Yeah, I was gonna win my second heat ever. It was SNHL Silver Cup, and I was right there, the dog leg.
Oh,
I don't know what
Detroit.
I was doing. I drove over somebody's wake, and it just picked up and sent me.
Yeah, sometimes, especially when you're going like 150 miles an hour, there's not a whole lot you can do when you hit a hard wake and you're already trying to fly the boat to pack as much air into it you can. There's not a whole lot you can do.
Exactly.
Hey, at least we don't have Qatar here yet.
That is true.
I
We'll see.
hope we get Qatar, Vegas, and Honolulu. Those would be interesting
that'd be
tracks to
really cool.
have. Well, I will see. I believe that puts you in the final.
Yes, sir. That should be lane 3.
Yep,
see.
yep. You're in lane 3, so I will see you in the final. Good luck as we get ready for the Consi.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So for those who don't know, the Connie or Consi is the consolation race. That is the last chance for a boat to get in the final. You have to win the race to get in the final. The final will be 7 laps. It'll be 6 boats. So water's going to get on. I'll read out the Consi contenders now. We have... Oh, Nate barely didn't make the final. Nate Testman, lane 1 for the Consi. Lane 2 will be Sean Haley after that unfortunate DNF. Lane 3 will be Dan Stackpole with a consistent 3rd place all across the board. And lane number 4 will be Xander Sanchez. That last DNF really costed him. In order to finish first, you must first finish. It is the most important part of racing in general. Should be getting rolling here soon. As the wind increases throughout the day. Now the boat to watch will be Nate. He will have to start from the way outside in the final though, so we'll see. We are on the clock for the Connie. Xander and Nate first in the water, followed by Sean Haley. And Dan should be joining them shortly. Whoa, whoa! Contact! Xander zigging all over the course. That might lead to a penalty. Looks like Xander cut in front of Nate and then tried to slide back out, but Nate hit him. That might lead to a penalty. That might cost Xander the consi right there. We'll see what the official ruling is as Xander stays to the outside. Nate, Sean, Xander, and we are missing a racer for the Connie. Where is Dan Stackpole? Looks like he will not be making it on the water as Xander stays inside. Nate running hot. You're inside 2 minutes, 20 seconds. We'll see at the end of the race what the official ruling is, but it might not matter. We're inside 2 minutes. Nate coming around the course, crossing his start finish line. The boat to watch right now. Underdog. It appears that Dan will not be joining the field as Xander stays to the way outside and slows right on down. Nate goes screaming by, gives it a squirt. Sean, we've seen him do this before, and he looks like he's going to do it again. He's just running hot lap after hot lap until we get really close to the start. Nate, we'll see what he does. He usually sits right there at a minute 10, but yeah, looks like he's right on the mark where he wants to be. I think he's going to make one more hot lap and start slowing down. Sean looks like he's going to go around one more time. That's going to be pretty tight there as he flies the boat. Xander's just sitting on the way outside. Nate is going around. He's cutting the course. Nate is cutting the course. Looks like he's trying to stay. He's trying to get a hot start. Looks like he's in a good spot. If he doesn't lift his foot, he might make it. Oh, he's going to crawl up. Yeah, he's going to crawl up to that buoy, and then now he's going to go. Xander and Sean crawling down the back chute. Sean's giving it a serious squirt. Nate is way far back. He's going to be late as we're inside 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and mark. Wow, look at that. They're all really early, plenty safe. As Xander breaks the clock from the way outside, but we'll see. We'll see if he can hold it. He's got to do it from way out there as Nate on the inside looks to take over first place. A beautiful side-by-side boat race. Oh, they got little close there. Sean and Nate got really close. I don't think there was contact, but it was close. Xander falling a little bit off the pace now. But Sean is not done with Nate as he takes over the first place position. Nate trying to hold inside as much as he can, trying to stay tight. Now Sean dictates the way he leads. He's going to hold Nate in there, but Nate comes out. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between the two. This might become a race of bumper boats here if they're not careful. As Xander falls off the pace, Nate now hooked up in the inside lane. Sean's going to try and do it from the outside. Xander trying to run through the wake and catch up where he can. Sean getting a little caught up in a race. Sean's over! Sean is over! Got caught in Nate's wake and blew over. Nate now running comfortably in first. Very critical that he finishes. Xander falls way off the pace. Sean sitting dead in the water as Nate comes around to put lap 3 in the books. That was a clean race. That was a pretty good race. We will see what happens now as white flag is flying now for Nate. Running a very comfortable ride in a very beautiful boat. Now we'll see if is he gonna run conservative? No, he is still flying that thing like he's being chased. He may not know that Sean went over, but this turned out to be a good race, and ultimately Sean did not have enough as Nate comes across the line for the Consi winner, making the final. But can he do it from the way outside? We will see. Next up, the final. Nate parking properly in the dock, like a gentleman. Beautiful parking job. Alright, that was quite the race there for a while. We'll see if we can get Nate to interview. He's kind of the owner of the server, so he can join whenever he wants. He's got to update points and update stuff. So, Nate clenches a spot in the final. Dan did not make the Consi for whatever reason. Maybe his chair broke again. Will we receive an interview from Nate today, or will we just move on to the final? I see Heather's still here with dog emojis. Yep, there we go. I finally get to talk to you tonight.
Boy, don't even, dude. This is that final lap, final turn buoy was so gut-wrenching.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh man, that's gonna be.
It just hooked. It literally just it just didn't turn, but we're in it. Final is a final, but the trailer kind of sucks.
Yeah. It's all a part of boat racing. You just sometimes you have a great night, sometimes you have a rough night. That was a very good race for a while there, and then I don't know what happened to Sean. I don't know what he was thinking, but he just got a little. He just started running your wake and went over.
I think he just digged it a little bit too much. So.
Yeah. You guys were playing bumper boats there for a second.
We were. There's a little bit of yellow paint on my boat.
I think I counted. I think you guys touched 3 times.
Yeah, it was
during the race.
It was definitely fun.
But
fun contact is the ones that don't screw either of us over, and Dan
now
knows that we race each other hard and clean. So
yeah, what happened to Dan? He didn't even make it in the water.
Dan withdrew due to family problems.
Ah, okay. That's
personal reasons is what he said.
That is unfortunate to hear. Well, I hope he sorts that out. Now, I have to ask, what was the Xander situation in the mill? He just like cut in front of you and then he slid back out and then you hit him?
I think Xander just clearly just didn't know where he was at the time, but that's just one of those things where we were all in the wine gallery, as some people call it, and I just deafened. I couldn't hear anything, but
you were trying to focus.
Honestly, I think that was just basically a big old
kerfuffle.
But we came out on top, and we'll be on the back line of the final and try to survive all 7 laps.
Yep. It says with a 7-lap final, you never know what happens. You could be the only boat running in the finish. You never know.
You never know.
So with your
All right,
position,
I hope.
one more quick thing. With your position, do you have to start further back, or do you just have to start on the outside?
I have to start further back. So
Okay.
they
10.
are all on the front line. I start a buoy behind them.
All right. Well, good luck in the final. We'll see who
Thank
comes
you very
home with the
much.
winner take all final. Heather, do you have anything to say? You know, you can add your own commentary that isn't just animal emojis, right? Wait, never mind. Your commentary would be that one guy with the pretty boat beat the other guy with the other pretty boat. That would be your commentary, wouldn't it, Heather? I believe the silence speaks volume. I want to just yeah. Yep. So as the final gets situated, we'll see if we offer a break for the race. Maybe the announcer? Huh? No, I'm just kidding. I don't get breaks. Alt trailer. Ah, I see. Alright. So we'll see. Will Matt Palmer continue his streak with a very good weekend? Will someone else dethrone him? Will Nate make the comeback of a decade and somehow come out on top? Or will this just be a textbook start and finish by Matt Palmer? And I will be right back. Sit tight while I go check on things. Alright, I am back, and hopefully we can get started here soon with the final. This is the race coordinator. Matt Palmer, the man to beat in the final. Clock is running. All boats are going on the water. Matt Palmer in the water. Everyone in the water as they spool away from the dock. A turbine whine being all too familiar. Deegan. Looks like he's gonna run hot. Tyler. Eddie almost outside the course there. Wow, that was close. Sounds and looks like Dan Palmer. Dan and Matt seem to have the same strategy of running kind of slow. They're keeping it up on plane, but not running flat out like a lot of these other guys are. If I was everybody else, if I was on this field, I'd be following Matt right now. I'd be following him around the course. He seems to ace his starts pretty damn good. The Palmer boys. Father-son duo. That is the father you're looking at with the pain pack. And the son with the candy pink U46 Superflow. Nate sitting stationary on the outside. He's gonna have to start out and back from the trailer position because he won the consi. We're inside 155. Father son side by side. That's about to be quite the feeling right there. I know my dad would rather me be winning, but he would not make it easy on me either. The feeling of running side by side with your father in a race there's nothing else like it. Looks like Tyler Sams is going to come in the middle of the two Palmers. Palmers keep crawling. Nate still stationary. As you see Eddie go by, giving it a... He's still running hot. Xander on shore. Tyler Sam slows up. Looks like Eddie slows up. Matt and Dan Palmer keep crawling. Nate stationary. Tyler slow. Eddie's giving it a squirt now as we're inside 40 seconds. 40 seconds till the start of the final. And you find out who will take the Holiday Cup home from Valleyfield, Quebec. As we're inside 25 seconds. 20 seconds. Yep, as we see them start to spool up. Yep. There we go. This is going to be a very interesting start here. As they all start to wind up, we are in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Matt Palmer way back on the start. Dan Palmer or Tyler broke the clock. We got, oh, Deegan stuck in the hallway in there. Dan Palmer on the inside takes an early lead. We'll see what happens. We got to go 7 times around. So it's going to be quite the run here Is Tyler's gonna... Yep, Tyler's starting to run him down, trying to give him... Run for that money, for that, line. As we see Deegan there on the inside, trying to find clean water. Matt way back. He fell back on the start. And it looks like his dad might actually take this one if he can hold on to it and hold off Tyler Sams on the outside there. We go to the top review. It looks like Deegan's trying to move up onto second place, but he might not, as Tyler Sams continues to challenge Dan Palmer. The U25 1981 Pain Pack. As we put lap 2 in the books. Coming around for turn 1, it looks like the Dan Palmer still pretty much owns the lead. Tyler trying to give chase, but it looks like the gap is starting to stretch out a little bit. We'll see what happens though. Looks like there's a little bit of a hiccup there. A little bit of a correction there by Dan Palmer. There's a nice race for sixes. Whoa! Matt gets really close to the shore as he moves to the outside. Nate moves up into 5th. And slows up a little bit. Eddie's running 4th. Deegan running 3rd. 2nd. But right now, the story is on these two for 1st and 2nd on the final. The winner-take-all final. Looks like Tyler's really holding it close, trying to close whatever distance he can in there. He's gotten a lot closer. Look at the gap now. He might just do it. We got 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps around. And Tyler gets really close. Look at that. Nearly catching up to him. And Tyler is going to take the lead, it looks like, away from Dan in the 1981 Pain Pack. But Dan still got that inside line, so Tyler's got to give him plenty of room. Yep, Dan's going to take the lead back temporarily from the run. We'll see if he can have a run, but oh, it was close, but it looks like it was Tyler across the line. He's got to hold. Yep, he's going to hold Matt real tight in there. I'm sorry, Dan's going to try and see what he can do from the inside line, but he's now falling further back, and he's going to have to, if he falls too far back, he's going to be stuck running through all of Tyler's chop, but it looks like he's right back up there. He's right back up there again. We got 1 more lap to go. He's got only 2 more chances really to do it. Can he do it? Can he make the pass, or will Tyler walk away with this one? And oh, there was contact! Contact between the 2 leaders! Looks like Dan Palmer slid out into Tyler. Tyler spins out completely and gets dropped to 4th. Eddie now in 3rd. Deegan in 2nd. Dan Palmer in 1st on the water, but I think there will be a call on that. 1st place unofficially will be Dan Palmer. 2nd place, oh yep, he's going around. He might be going around again. 2nd place unofficially is Deegan. 3rd place, here, let me just look here on the scoring again. 3rd place was Eddie, unofficially. Unofficially 4th, Nate. 5th, Matt. And 6th, unofficially, was Tyler Sams. A truly heartbreaking incident for Dan. We will have to see what the official call is there. But from my eyes, that looks like a Dan Palmer lane violation as he slid out into the 1st place boat and spun him out. We will see what the official ruling will be as Nate gives him a little bit of a love tap there coming in. We will see if they will give Deegan the win or if it will be given to Tyler. But I think Deegan might be our official winner. Unofficially right now, it still stands as Dan Palmer. We will have to see on that replay. I can actually, here, I will actually pull that replay up and we can see what everybody thinks in chat. Let's try and find it. Oops. Yep. Okay. So, it was right here. This is the final lap going into the first turn. It looks like Dan just comes unhooked and slams right into Tyler. Tyler spins out. And Dan keeps on going. Let's watch that again from another angle. So we got it here. Sure enough, we have Dan Palmer running right there. He's running inside like that and wham! Slides right out into him. We'll see what the official ruling is on that. As I will pause it and we will get another angle on that one. And we get it from there. Now we're on board Tyler's. We'll watch as they go into that turn. Tyler's running comfortable, gives plenty of room, and right about right there, you can see it, and he got spun out. Such a heartbreaking turn of events. There's a little bit more contact. That would be heartbreaking for Tyler. But that's a part of racing, as we can see from the swingman camera. Going into turn number 1, and yeah, just a pain pack that couldn't hold his line. That's very unfortunate. Alright, let's interview with the official winner, which is Deegan. Well, I bet you didn't expect me
man.
I bet you didn't expect to have an interview with me at the end of that final.
I don't even know what just happened.
Unfortunately, what happened, if I was Tyler, I would probably be screaming. Because Tyler
was honestly, he took it pretty well. He was talking about his drift. I ain't gonna lie, he got cranked. He was that thing reverse entry.
Yeah, good on him. But that was interesting because I was watching that like a hawk. I was watching basically the first 2 boats the whole time. Tyler took over the position, but Dan on the inside just couldn't hold his lane and slid right into Ty, spun him out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gonna be that one when I was in the tunnel there.
Yeah, I saw
few
that.
laps.
You were getting squeezed pretty hard. I'm surprised you were able to keep it on the water.
To be honest, I had a pretty good flight lap 5 going in turn 2 there. I don't know how I kept it down. I lifted full plate down. I thought it was over, but you know, thing with this type of racing, you just gotta finish.
Yeah, in order to finish
Got her
first, you
done.
must first finish.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was quite the final. It was quite the endurance race. Kind of like, Matt was way behind. I thought Matt was going to ace that start and he was going to run away with it. That was my money. But
yeah,
he was way
I ain't gonna lie,
behind
Dan
on the
got
start.
that start.
Dan wired that start, and Matt was so far back he could take the lane right away. And he was just running, but I was watching Ty chip away at him lap by lap, and sure enough, he took him lap 6 down the back stretch. And then that whole incident in turn 1 on the last lap, that was heartbreaking. That was
So you hate to see it one that way. But
very,
like you
very
said, it's the name of the
heartbreaking.
game. You gotta finish. So
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Glitchy Goat, the replay will be saved to YouTube automatically. It'll be up there permanently, so you don't have to worry about it.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah. So, the whole replay of the entire stream. Alright. I will let you return to the others. And
All right. Thank you for
See-
your broadcast.
no problem. See if anybody else wants to do an interview and talk about the race.
All right. We'll do.
For those of you that are in chat, if you're also in the game and you want, if you want to hop in the waiting room, I will drag you in and we can have a little interview about what just happened. Or I could dismiss everything and end the stream here. Yes, the replay will be saved to YouTube, so you can go back and view it whenever you want on my YouTube channel. Hey, psst, if you subscribe, it'll be a lot easier for you to find. Just a hint. I'm just kidding. Oh. Loading Firebird Lake. Alright. I think that is my cue. I am going to terminate the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this was very entertaining and I hope I did a good enough job commentating. Hopefully I'll do more stuff like this in the future.